Essentially, this is quite simple. This is quite real. It's a journey. It's a guide. It's a process. It's a mission. It's a belief. It's a hope. It's a wish. It's a dream. It's all of those things and so much more. We tend to get stuck, any one of us, when we're trying to accomplish something. We start focusing on the things that don't really matter. We start getting lost in the details. We worry if it's being seen. We worry if the audio is just right. It comes down to one thing. Is it right for you? That's all that matters. And that's what really started this whole journey, this path, this process of discovery for me to want to talk about these things with all of you, with the world. I just came to realize that I was living someone else's story, someone else's narrative, and it happened without me even truly understanding how it happened. So I'm just setting up Descript really quick. I'll do that in a second, actually. So it just made me realize that if it could happen to me, I should record this. This is good. So what I'm doing right now is I use a product called Descript. The Second Battle. And that's where I record my podcasts, my videos, the things that I talk about, and also what I use to edit. And basically, it's my primary tool for this workflow. Okay. All right, so let's do this. So for anyone who's going to watch this recording down the road, I just set up Descript, which is what I use to record. And here we go. So I'm going to be showcasing exactly my process, my approach, my beliefs on how the world works, on how we will find the solutions, the answers. And they're all based on my personal experience. One of the things that I noticed is that the majority of people, including myself back in the day, we get most of our answers from others. And it makes sense, right? Like, you're born as a little baby and you don't know anything. You look toward others, you look toward things, you look toward books, movies, music, and there's nothing wrong with any of those things, right? We all need it. We all have used it. But the problem comes when all of a sudden you experience your own thing. You experience your own life. You experience your own situations. But someone else tells you a different thing. What do? The majority of people tend to give up all agency and they pass the torch to whoever they deem has the most credibility. But I ask you this, what if their reality is different than yours? What if it doesn't work that way? And I say that because I want everyone to also evaluate everything I'm about to tell you properly. Don't just take it as the gospel, even though I believe with 100% certainty that this is the closest to the reality of our world. But I could be incorrect. I could be missing a key ingredient, key piece of the puzzle. And that is why I'm starting this live, so that people can start contributing and can start talking about it with me. And perhaps you listen, you are like, wait a minute, it all of a sudden clicks, and you take it and you experiment at home or outside, and then you try something and you realize, wait, you missed this. It's actually, you just have to go slightly left. You kept going straight. If you just go slightly left, all of a sudden everything works. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So at that point, then the person has a choice on how they are going to respond to that new information. Me, I'm going to be excited. If you find and discover something that makes this even better, I will take it gladly. Anything that makes life better. Let's go. That's the whole point of this, right? Is improving our situations, improving the way we live on a daily basis. So don't ever give up. Keep fighting the fight. Keep believing. But what I was saying before I started recording it on Descript, because it's just great content and it needs to be said, was we tend to hesitate on doing because we get lost in the details. We focus on things that don't really matter. The numbers. Is anyone even watching this? Is my logo the right color, the right size? Is the volume right? And do all those things help? Absolutely, yes. But in the grand scheme of things, the most important thing is the message, the energy that's being conveyed, the thought process. Because, yeah, while you might like my background and all that stuff, I'm using it as a way to convey additional messages. But it's not going to be the thing that makes or breaks this. It's going to be what I say, and if I can deliver it properly, and the energy's there, the conviction is there, and if it just clicks with you, and you're open-minded enough to actually listen and believe. And I mean, there's many more things that we can say about that, but the point is, it's time, guys. It's time to stop worrying about the things that don't matter. And this is also a daily reminder to myself. That's why I'm drinking from this cup, Mandalorian. This is the way. We need to stop worrying about the things that don't matter. We need to start figuring out how the world actually works. We need to start fighting back against the control and the insecurities and the fear and all those things that are around us that we've just overlooked all this time. So with that, I'm going to get started. You're going to see my process live. I write down a lot of notes, as you can see. I'm going to be reading, and also just as the passion triggers and the conviction starts, I reach a state of flow and enlightenment, that's when you can just start talking. And you're not worried about perfect eye contact or anything of that nature. You just go with it. And so that's what's happening. For people who are interested in getting to this point, I just recommend doing what I'm doing right now, which is you just start talking. Just some of the things that you, almost like a pep talk to yourself, but it's also a pep talk to other people. And it just gets you in the zone. And once you're in the zone, what can you accomplish? Okay. This one's gonna be powerful, important. This one's gonna be the one that makes some waves. So get ready.